Everybody! While Alviva was sleeping last night, she let out a little giggle snort, and then suddenly another one of these pages, parchments, fell onto my head.
Oh, Jesus, no. Space Paladin, Jesus.
Your patron is really invested in this book club, huh?
I guess. I would love... Well, listen, I'm not going to complain about the smut. I would love to learn other useful things about my patron. Other than their sexual preferences, but...
Like, they can send you notes.
Yeah.
And they could send you just a written word and, like, explanations of, like, here's how your new spells work, but instead...
No.
Smut.
This one starts with some writing that says, "This is an excerpt from my novel, The Rise of the Dragon, by Mac Weaver."
So...
Named weirdly familiar.
Yeah, so folks, you know how, like, we had one a couple things ago that was, I gave Mackenzie money and she wrote me really, really bad smut? This is another one of those.
Yeah, this one was actually a friend gave me money and asked me to write smut for her D&D game. And we have two others from book club we could read, but both of them are something that Kit would like. So we're waiting until Kit's back so we can do that. So instead, I asked her if I could use this on air, and she was like, "Fuck yeah!" So I'm using it on air.
I'm very excited about this. Mackenzie copy pasted this to me, and I got to one line in like the third paragraph, and I was like, "Nope, I'm stopping there." I want all of this to be experienced out loud. I'm very excited about Mackenzie's terrible smut, and you should commission Mackenzie for terrible smut. She's great at it, obviously.
Are we ready? I'm the only one who's read this one.
Well, I mean, the giggle snort implies I read it while I was in the Feywild, probably, but I don't remember, so let's do it.
As long as this one doesn't have the half-orcs and
oh, trust me, Jill. Trust me, Jill. No one named Gilliana is in this one.
Great. Wait, does that mean it might just have the half-orc and the Fedoni?
Does this form appeal to you? Moitu rumbled. Despite his current elven form, athletic, lean, with perfectly bronzed skin and eyes that seemed to glitter in the lamplight, his voice echoed with layers upon layers, as if he were in his magnificent, unalterable dragon form.
Okay, so it's a dragon and an elf.
Yes.
Alright.
It made Sylvan Zalia's chest ache with need and hunger. And
Hold up. What's the name?
Sylvan Zalia.
Sylvan Zalia.
Sylvan
Might be a
Zalia.
perfectly normal elf name, I don't know.
A completely normal elf name.
At least this isn't like a candle in a bush, okay?
As an elf, it sounds rather racist to be named Sylvan Zalia, because it's like someone was like, Sylvan plus Zalia, it goes together.
Gilliana decidedly does not look over at Elf Gift.
Zalia also seems like we're riffing on bushes and plants, so I guess everyone just got bush names.
Yeah, I was going to say, they like Zalias.
Well, you know, a dick in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Ooh. It made Sylvan Zalia's chest ache with need and hunger. It made the wetness between her legs grow ever more monsoon-like.
Oh no!
No!
Oh no! Oh no! Monsoon? Oh no!
The elf princess / sorceress had not expected to end up trapped in a dungeon room with a dragon, let alone the very same dragon she and the rest of the Everglimmer clan one day hoped would oust his father from his throne.
Sylvan Zalia Everglimmer?
Sylvan Zalia Everglimmer.
Sylvan Zalia Everglimmer.
Oh god, that's amazing.
And then to have the room cursed so that they could only leave to find the rest of the party, who did not recognize him if they betted one another.
They can't leave
what?
until they fuck?
They can't leave until they fuck everybody.
Is this a fuck or die?
I think so.
Eventually of starvation.
I love fuck or dies.
How big of a dungeon room is this?
I don't know. It doesn't exactly qualify it. It was as if the gods had heard her prayers, as if she were a cleric seeking divine intervention, and they looked down with their knowing eyes and said, "Yes, Sylvan Zalia, you may fuck the dragon to your heart's content."
Those are some good gods.
That's the part where I said I'm not. That's the part where I was like, Mackenzie, I have to stop now. This is too good.
I haven't picked a god, but if they talked to me in my head and said, Alviva, you go fuck that dragon, I think that would be worth converting for.
I think so.
Juliana nods thoughtfully.
Cacophony also nods. Very pleased. His long, thin fingers reached out to cup against Sylvan Zalia's breast, his thumb outlining her hard nipple through under things. She'd already taken off most of her clothes once they translated the runes on the door, after all. I don't wish to scare you, he said.
So she's just like, all right, this says we gotta fuck, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this.
I want to be naked in this dungeon.
Pragmatic, I like it.
The Everglimmer clan were known for their magic that became more volatile the more emotional they were, and this was nearly too much for Sylvan Zalia. She let out a soft moan and shivered, and her magic reacted, sending out little sparkly fireworks all around her pastel pink hair.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
You don't scare me, she said.
Look, this is the first time it's ever happened to her.
You don't scare me, she said, and her voice felt like it had gone down in pitch, gone husky with need.
Love it when they go husky with need.
And you don't need to be an elf for me. Her periwinkle eyes trailed down his body. Yes. Just beneath his elven belly button, disappearing into his slacks, and she reached out to greedily unbutton them and spill them to the floor, leaving him bare from the waist down.
What do you
Turn into a dragon. Turn into a dragon.
About elven belly buttons that it needs to be called out. You know, like is it a different shape?
I don't think so. Hold on a second.
Cacophony,
you've seen me wearing crop tops. Is my belly button weird?
Maybe it's like a high elf thing.
Oh, maybe. That's
I feel like high elves probably are like really weird about their belly buttons.
I bet
like they gotta decorate that shit. Like they gild their belly buttons.
That's true. His persevering paladin already stood rigid at attention, awaiting her prayers and oblations.
The persevering paladin's a dick.
Awaiting her prayers and oblations. She wanted so badly to fall to her knees and worship before it. Her mouth watered with anticipation.
See, this is how you carry a metaphor through.
Are you certain? Moitu said, stepping closer to her. He smelled like cinnamon. His hand on her breast abruptly shifted to the collar of her undergarments, and he ripped them in two and threw them to the ground, leaning in to pull his lips along her throat.
What okay, so like, he smells like cinnamon?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are people always talk about in these books, are people supposed to smell like things?
Smells like
cinnamon.
cinnamon.
You can have perfumes and scents if you'd like. I have a whole selection in my cupboard.
Sometimes you smell like before a storm.
That's true, you do. The petrichor. It smells amazing, too.
Yeah. That's a good smell.
Thank you. Thanks. Huh. Thanks.
And my poofs, my teleport poofs smell like, I think, lavender.
They do.
We established that.
You sure you can't work on that and make that a honeysuckle?
Listen.
Is this why they call you Moitu the Gentle? Sylvan Zalia sighed. I am no fair flower who will fade if you touch me too roughly. Please, become whatever form you are most comfortable in, and take me.
Fuck the dragon, fuck the dragon, fuck the dragon!
That was all she needed to say, it seemed, for abruptly she fell back on her back, and he somehow cushioned her fall despite falling on top of her. He had shifted then into a halfling with nimble fingers and long tongue, and his curly-haired head pressed between her legs, devouring her with a hunger she hadn't realized he'd possessed. You're so wet, little elf, he growled, shaking her thighs, and only adding to her pleasure as he sucked on her clit. So this is the sweetness I've been smelling.
A halfling's fine too, I guess.
Wait, what?
He turned into a halfling to go down on her.
Dragon.
He turned into a halfling to go down on her. It's okay. He turns into a dragon later. Sort of.
Okay, so
you don't need to be a halfling to go down on somebody.
Oh, and dragons would have like tongues.
Dragons have such a tongue.
Tongues.
Big tongue.
He drove her into screams with his tongue and small nimble fingers, and it was that way that she came the first time, moaning with her hands digging into his hair, arching and curling her legs around his head. And then as she was coming down, he roughly flipped her over, his form suddenly becoming massive. Half man, half dragon, it seemed, as he looked nearly human but broad-shouldered with scales along the edge of his face and arms, and Sylvan Zalius.
So he went into a scaly form?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Dragonborn?
Sylvan Zalia's eyes widened as she turned her head and saw his cock. Or rather, his cocks.
Hello!
Oh. Two of them, huge and long. She rather abruptly thought that they looked like pikes and required 2 hands to wield, which almost made her laugh. With little spikes along them.
Ridged?
Oh. What? She said, will it hurt?
Wait, hold on. Spikes,
spikes?
they, like, spikes as in, it would hurt to pull out, or spikes as in, like, ribbed for her pleasure?
Spikes. Is it barbed or is it nubbed?
Yes, barbed or nubs.
Dragons naturally have 2 if they decide to appear as cock-having, Moitu growled, and primed himself to enter her.
Dragons have 2 dicks?
He said. Even if they weren't made for our partner's pleasure. This is why they call me Moitu the Gentle.
Wait.
They call you the Moitu. They call you Moitu the Gentle because
because you're real careful with the dick spikes,
and that's where it ended.
They must be nubs. Oh boy.
That's where it ends.
That's where
dragons have 2 dicks.
Dragons have 2 dicks, apparently.
Dragons have 2 dicks.
I gotta find more dragons.
Dragons have 2 dicks. I don't.
You know, some merfolk who are descended from sharks. They can have 2 dicks.
Oh.
What are you descended from, Artie?
I don't know.
Not a shark?
Something beautiful.
You have shark teeth, Artie.
We've seen Artie naked a lot.
You've seen me naked a lot.
I don't know. Maybe there's a second one back there.
Is there a Do I have
Maybe
a second?
He's really good at tucking, but just for one of them.
He opens his pants. Do I have a second one?
No, thank you. I'm good.
He just glances down there.
Well, like he's got a count.
Check.
Let me just double check. Hold on.
Juliana just spins her chair away.
Do a little rummage around.
No, I think there's just the one.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe you're a half shark.
Yeah, maybe he's a half shark.
I'm all royalty, baby.
Are his pants back up yet?
I didn't pull them down.
Is the dick put away yet?
I never pulled out my dick.
Okay.
You're assuming a lot from me.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Am I wrong to assume, Arturos?
I mean, yes. You never want to assume.
Are our performance reviews done yet, or do you think that they're going to bring up us yelling about dicks in the boardroom again?
Well, I feel like yelling about dicks in the boardroom is expected. That's where else would you yell about dicks?
Yeah, Cacophony said that Kara just kind of tunes us out.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, who's flying the ship right now?
I think it's Kara.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want Lachlan to know that you're thinking about him and his wolf and your wolf?
His what?
Wait, his dick and the wolf dick and kissing?
His persevering paladin. Do you wish to offer prayers and oblations to it, Juliana?
You think that I didn't notice? You're like, wait, maybe it's the wolf and the... I figured it out last time. Last time it was Lachlan!
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't... Yeah, no, I would rather not have that conversation if that's okay.
Alright.
I mean, relationships are all about conversation and open communication.
With all of your friends.
All of your friends. And your acquaintances. And that guy who kind of hangs out in that corner that you think is cute.
What?
Who?
Who?
Oh, I'm speaking from my own experiences.
Oh, alright.
Artie, you should write a book.
Are these about those sloppy makeout parties you seem to keep having? As a pirate?
Sometimes.
Well, now that I'm thinking about my not boyfriend,
He's your boyfriend,
going out with.
Or are you gonna leave?
I'm gonna go leave. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna fill up the sink and I'm gonna dunk my head in.
I think I might go have some hot chocolate.
That sounds nice.
With cinnamon?
Down for hot chocolate.
Would you like some hot chocolate? With cinnamon, yes.
That sounds good. Do we have cookies?
I don't like dicks, but I like dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, I think cinnamon hot chocolate would be good.
I can make you some, so when you're back with dunking your head, you can have some as well.
That sounds good.
Would you like some, Auntie?
I'd love some. Do we have cookies?
I imagine Finn has cookies. And with that brings us to the end of this episode of Book Club.
Beautiful.
We will have broken this up into 2 episodes, I guess, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry. That's Jake's magic. Jake, thank you for being magic.
Thank you for being magic, Jake. Sorry about the smut, Jake.
Sorry about the smut, Jake.
Good.
I'm not that sorry, Jake.
You did agree to this. You are fine with this. I know this.
I'm impressed by the usage of the word oblations in smut.
Yeah, that was good. This was Mackenzie. Thank you for like bringing some smut to the table. You're very good at writing shitty smut. Thank you. I have a lot of shitty smut out there now. I'm so happy.
Have you considered a whole book?
I thought about it, especially after playing an Otome game yesterday. That was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just put out like a shitty smut collection.
Listen, my dad wrote a porno, did really fucking well. That guy didn't know how to write smut at all.
Powerful.
Gem Jammer is performed by Alexi Peppers, Annie Creighton, Kit Walker, Mackenzie Weaver, and Rio, and is edited by Jake Mason. Our character designs are by Rio, who you can find at vriosart on Twitter, and our cover art is by Canary Witch, who you can find at doodlesfromthebird.tumblr.com. Our opening and closing music is by Reckoning Storm AudioWorks. For more episodes of this show and our other shows, as well as news, check out our website at crookedrussiancamp.horse.